Okay, so here's another plugin that is going to be free, and it's a different kind of gate and a multi-bus thing I'm going to explain now. And you can see here on my project that I have 4 FX bus, can be any bus you want, and I put different effects on each one. And what I have done is I have set a device number, different device number for each bus, and a total of 4 devices. So the code knows how many devices are in there. And if I hit play now, it's going to ping pong between the 4 buses using the threshold and the envelope information in here, the attack, hold, and the decay. So let's hear what happens. I can also select random. Since I'm on group A, all the values in here, but the device number, are shared between each instance. So if you go on each one, you can see that it's already set to random, but each one has a different device number. So what's going on in here? So each device is waiting for the threshold to the sound to go above the threshold, and it's checking if the device is active. So if I'm on random mode, the code internally is going to select the one device at a time to be active as the threshold, the sound goes above the threshold. So it's always going to pick a different one. If I just select 4, it's going to just go from 1, 2, 3, and 4. If I raise the threshold a bit, then I have to put it a bit down because this sound is not so loud that it's going above. So this is just one way to use it. This way you can have a more randomized sound with the extra buzzes. You can have up to 12 buzzes. Just be sure to select the total number of instances that you have added, and the selected device number different for each of the instance. If you want to have different groups, you also have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 groups. And let me open another project in here, which I was testing before. You can also automate the trigger. In this case, I'm using 2 instances, but I don't really need to bother about the device in total since I'm just setting the threshold to maximum. So it's going to turn off the threshold and it's just going to use the trigger instead. And here I have automated the trigger to trigger the FX1 and 2 at different times. So let's hear this. So here I have a more in sync with the tempo way of doing the gate for each of the effects here. So in one, I just added the effect before the gate, which is making a gated reverb effect. You can hear if I solo it. And you can hear the other reverb too, or FX2 in this case. The FX2, I'm using an analog delay, and after the gated sound. So you can, yes, after. You can use the before and after to get a different type of effects, because if you put the reverb before, it's going to cut the reverb sound. And if you want to have a different type of sound, let's say on this other project I was working, is one, I have different type of reverbers and a delay on the first one. But let's say I want to use the same reverb, but it has a longer tail. The gated reverb was not going to sound very good. So if I just use, for instance, of the reverb, on my machine is okay, it's not that bad, but it's going to use a lot of CPU. Oh, I put it after, I'm going to put before. So what's going to happen? It's going to cut the reverb sound, but let me put this in forward. Oh, ping pong is good too, but forward is better. Forward is going to be better. It's a different type of effect, so you can get very creative with it and get some different results. Because in this case, I have 4 reverbs, and what is happening is that the reverb continues to sound, and it's not getting like two sounds together. The old sound and the new sound are not getting slapped together. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just an idea that I have, and this is free. You can play with it. You can have some fun with it, and as always, I can put something in a different positioning here. I can add more than 4 effects. Can really go crazy with it. Let's try plate. And since the 4 devices are on the same instance, I can change here the hold and decay. But the best thing is to use the trigger instead, to trigger manually each of the layers. If I put the threshold to maximum, and I use the right, I'm on device 1. Oops, I'm not pressing on the right place, sorry. So let's see if that's going to work. So let's read it. I have to edit each one, make it on time. I'm a bit new to Studio One, so I don't know if I can quantize parameters, but I'm pretty sure I can. Just going to be a bit lazy here and add manually. So the hold is a bit off. And I can go to the other instance and do the same thing. I'm going to go to the 3rd one just to show. It's all wrong, but you get the idea. It's a bit wrong. Of course, there are other ways to do this. You could just drop the samples and distribute, but the fun thing about this is the run option. Then you can get some really creative results very easily. Then I would automate in this case. So we'll just turn off the automation and put a threshold that activates on the beat. This one I have to remove. Oh, this example is a bit messy, but just to have an idea. I'm going to add more options to the help here. I can also click on the logo to check the version. And I may update this a bit. And for those who are waiting for Wusik Station 10, just to explain one thing. This free product, the GTX, and the previous one, the Delay one, I did this in like 1 day and a half, not even 2 days. So don't have to worry. I didn't take too much time on this. Just something that was on my head that I want to do and have it for free on the site, just so you guys can play with it. So, okay, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.